Hello everyone, it's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. We got some incredible card news, the first peek of the Supreme Darkness set that is coming out in the OCG, I believe, in about a month or two, and we are getting a GX themed set here, leading off with Evil Hero. Now, when this set first got announced, I thought it was either going to be GX or Arc 5. I could have seen Supreme Darkness maybe relating to Supreme King Zark, but of course we are getting the original Supreme King, and that is Judai and his Evil Heroes. There are some incredible anime references within these cards. That's what we're going to primarily focus on. I'm not the best when it comes to card combos and stuff. There's other people on this site that would do it much better than me. But let's begin with Evil Hero Toxic Bubble. Now, this is obviously an Evil Hero version of Elemental Hero Bubble Man. You can special summon this card from your hand, and if summoned this way, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except hero monsters. If this card is special summoned and control a fusion monster that must be special summoned with Dark Fusion, you can draw 2 cards, which is very similar to the effect of Elemental Hero Bubble Man. So you've got your Evil Bubble Man or Neo Bubble Man there, which is incredible. Next up, we have Evil Hero Death Prison or Evil Hero Doom Prison. Now, this card is an Evil Hero counterpart to Elemental Hero Prisma. Both of the monsters share the same attribute, level, and attack and defense. So definitely an evil version of Elemental Hero Prisma there. And again, I'm not going to go into the effects too much. You know, I'll have them on screen if you want to read them. I will read the effects of like the boss monsters, the fusion monsters, or any effects that I think are pretty interesting. Next up is actually one of my favorites, and it is Evil Hero Infernal Rider. And this card reference is incredible. It references Picador Fiend, which showed up in O'Brien's nightmare dreams of Supreme King Judai as the King's Steed. First of all, the artwork here is absolutely incredible. I'll show you the nightmare on screen right now, but it is absolutely amazing that they literally made a card based off of the nightmare that O'Brien had. And we remember how terrified O'Brien was of the Supreme King, and he was actually ironically the one that ended up breaking the curse by using, Crocodile Cook's eye, getting the draw with him in that duel. But leading up to that duel, O'Brien was terrified of Supreme King Judai, and you know what, if you're having nightmares of a monster that looks like this, I can't blame him. This card looks absolutely incredible. One of my favorite cards that we are getting in this set. And then we get our obligatory Neos Supreme King Judai fusion monster, and that is Evil Hero Neos Lord. And my god, is it hard not to love the way that this card looks. It's a level 10 Dark Fiend fusion effect monster. You have to fusion summon it with Elemental Hero Neos or a fusion monster that mentions it, and one effect monster on the field, and you have to use Dark Fusion to summon it. If this card is special summoned, or if a monster is sent to your opponent's graveyard while this monster is on the field, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, take control of it. It also has protection. It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So obviously it can be banished, but it cannot be destroyed. And then as for this card, obviously the monster's armor is going to be based on the Supreme King Judai, and it also looks like Elemental Hero Neos in terms of the structure of the anatomy here. It literally looks like a corrupted version of Neos wearing Supreme King Judai's armor. I mean, it just looks absolutely incredible. And if I was going to imagine what a boss monster for Evil Heroes tying in with the Supreme King and Neos motif would look like, I don't know if I could have imagined something as cool as this. So I absolutely love this card. We're getting a couple more fusions as well, including Evil Hero Inferno Wing, Infernal Backlash, which must be fusion summoned with Avian or Bursinatrix, and one hero monster. I'm sure you immediately can see Bursinatrix and Avian within this artwork. You can also see Supreme King's castle in the background. This is an Evil Hero counterpart of Elemental Hero Flame Wingman Infernal Rage. And another fun fact that I saw somebody point out, the comet on this card, which is the comet from the Dimension World arc, seems to appear. It glows blue as it did when the Supreme King was active. So you even have a great reference on the background of this card, right, with the Supreme King Castle and then the blue comet as well that was present in that Season 3 of GX. And then, of course, the Avion and Burcinatrix fusion, one of the earliest fusions we got in the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX anime, now getting an evil hero counterpart here, which is awesome. And then the final evil hero monster is Evil Hero Dark Knight, which must be fusion summoned with Dark Fusion, 1 Fiend monster and 1 Warrior monster. Monsters your opponent controls loses attack equal to the original total attack of the fusion materials used for this card's summon. It can make a second attack during each battle phase. If this face-up special summon card you control leaves the field by your opponent, you can target 1 Fiend or 1 Warrior monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position. So a pretty cool card there. This monster is a counterpart of Evil Hero Dark Gaia. Obviously, Dark Knight, Dark Gaia, very similar because Gaia is a knight at the end of the day. And apparently this monster is also a visual counterpart of Elemental Hero Neos Knight, which I can definitely see. If you look at those two cards, they definitely hold a very similar weapon. So I can certainly see the resemblance there. And of course, Neos Knight, Dark Knight, even the naming structure is pretty similar. Then we're getting to our spells and traps. We have a spell card, Dark Contact, which allows you to search a Supreme King's Castle or Dark Fusion from your deck to your hand. So we have a searcher for Dark Fusion, which is really cool there. And this card artwork is amazing because the first thing I noticed right away is that the background of this card looks like Judai's mental state when he was under the influence of the Supreme King. Remember whenever we'd see Judai fighting off bad thoughts or when he was just totally gone? He was in this weird state of mind, this weird room that had all these rectangles around him, and that's literally what is portrayed here on the Dark Contact spell card. And of course, you have Elemental Hero Neos, almost looking like he's being corrupted a little bit, right, with like the black rays of light, and his shoulders and up are kind of covered in this black aura. So I love that artwork as well. And that room that Neos is in is a great reference to Judai when the Supreme King was kind of overwhelming him. And then the other spell we're getting is Evil Assault. Cool looking card. Elemental Hero Inferno Gainer is on it. I don't know if there's any maybe reference I'm missing here with kind of the coloring behind him. I don't think there's really too much here in terms of kind of GX anime references. You can discard 1 card. You cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except hero monsters. Also take 1 level 4 or lower evil hero monster from your deck, add it to your hand, or special summon it. If this card is in the graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, you can banish it, add 1 Dark Fusion from your graveyard to your hand. So that's a great second turn play because this card, you can't use the same turn it was sent there, but if you can use Dark Fusion the same turn that you used Evil Assault, naturally both cards should be in your graveyard, and it's an easy way to get Dark Fusion back to your hand when you have another turn. And then the trap card, and my god, does this card go hard. This card is crazy. Dark Supremacy. And I don't know if the card's any good. When I say, my god, does this card go hard, I'm obviously talking about the artwork. First of all, this thing looks absolutely incredible. You see some of the monsters behind him in the background, and you just see fire. You just see fire right behind him, leaving a path of literally death and destruction. And that's literally what this is all about. This is a visual of the Supreme King who's on his conquest to destroy the Dual Monster Spirit World, 1 village at a time. And that is exactly what we see here. And I don't know if there's ever been a shot where the Supreme King looks more insane. I mean, I've been rewatching GX. I'm not up to season 3 yet, but I did start rewatching not too long ago because I'm constructing my ranking every duel video in that show, and that's going to be, a nightmare to do. But man, I cannot wait to get back to Season 3. This card artwork is absolutely insane, and all of these cards are absolutely insane. You know, since Vrains ended in September 2019, we've now been almost 5 total years without an OCG TCG anime. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Has done an incredible job of continuing to let those shows live through the various supports that we have been getting. And I feel like the anime references that we have been getting recently, whether it's the gimmick puppets we got with 4, whether it's the Yubel support, now whether it's Evil Heroes, have been absolutely amazing. And I think they have let fans of those shows continue to get excited about new things and to enjoy their old shows through these new cards. So let me know what you think of the new Evil Heroes. I think they are absolutely incredible. Don't know how they're going to do competitive-wise, but please, would love to know all of your thoughts down below. And that's going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if I missed any references as well. I'll talk to you in the comments, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, guys.